what is happening this week in October. Hello, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining. This is A Moment with Mystic Mia, and I've been getting so many reports of spiritual attacks on very, very high level, spiritually connected, living their purpose, spiritual leaders and leaders of all forms, especially thought leaders, in the world and even in your communities. If you've been feeling this, it's like a spiritual attack, not just on you, but your entire family or your friend circle or coworker circle, people that you have spiritually awakened as well, with your thoughts, with your conversations, with your love and insights and patience. Spiritual attacks specifically around families, like so bad that like they have to go to the hospitals. I've been getting reports of people getting severe illnesses or even checking out. So it is happening. This is real. We've been knowing this in the spiritual community for a while now, that around this time, September, October, that these things are going to start to happen, and they happen in cycles. So because of these cycles that are placed already, especially using calendars and such, around this time every year has been kind of ramping up. It hasn't fully executed, but this year we see it actually coming through and happening. This has been a very difficult summer for a lot of highly spiritual leaders, where you're getting attacked, for sure, spiritually attacked, and through some experiences that you might have had in the past, those, like reliving those in recent times. These energies can come through people who leave themselves open to be worked through by darker energies. Sorry, I had to go close the window because it's getting loud there. You can even see like just being prevented from stepping up and using your creativity, your divine fingerprint to kind of bring other Lightworker Starseeds together at this time. This is it's actually happening, and this isn't me trying to have like fear porn come in or trying to like kind of scare anyone. That is absolutely not the case. I'm just saying that these things exist, these are real, and in the spiritual community there is like this kind of new age thing about like live in love and light and nothing else, but this is spiritual warfare that's going on, and we've known that there's a spiritual warfare going on, and that includes a fight, with an opposing side, because it's a dimension of duality. And there we are fighting dark energies, and they are on the attack, and they're attacking hard now. Even though that light wins in the end, we're living in a construct of time, and at this time there is a lot of contrast, and there is a lot of, and it's heavy. It's very noticeable, and it's causing conflict. Okay, I'm going to go look at that energy and see what's going on with these spiritual attacks, because it's very important. I see it happening too much to too many good people, and I want to see what's going on. And then I'll look at some of the energies later this month and see if there's anything we need to prepare for or look out for, or how we can use these powerful energies into our advantage. Because I didn't want to admit it, that there's like a spiritual warfare, and I'm like, maybe it's not my warfare, There's a lot of specific religions that have been holding on to age-long warfare, but it does trickle out into the collective, and it does, in general, it is a spiritual warfare, even if some religions are kind of amplifying it in a specific context. Overall, there is a general collective spiritual warfare going on, and that's something I want to look into now. I've never had to like do a reading with such urgency. Like I can hear it in my voice. It's like, this is important. I'm recording this in the Aries Ful Moon, which the Aries Libra, that access is all about like me versus them, looking out for yourself versus looking out for others. It's amplifying this energy. Okay, so what is going on with these spiritual attacks, and what do we need to know about it? How can we help our loved ones? Okay. So the Two of Cups. Yeah, there is an energy of there's more of us coming onto the planet. So that I'm getting is also through having babies. So a lot of Lightworkers and Starseeds are birthing ideas, projects, and also literally babies. More. There's more light coming onto the planet, and that's kind of what is catalyzing these attacks more, because I'm hearing like the dark energies want to kind of prevent people from coming together, because that's the whole point. Lightworkers coming together, soul family coming together, and even people who are spiritual leaders coming together in love and marriage and partnership to make babies or to bring on projects. That's why, because there's so much that's been cleared recently that more and more people are finding each other and finding love, especially spiritual leaders in all areas, right? To come together in love and marriage and bring kids in, but also love and marriage to bring in soul missions, soul projects, soul passion projects, and even just like soul platonic soulmate friends and soul family coming together to create projects. I'm hearing music and art and ideas and books and stuff, and like we create better together, right? And because all these things are being cleared out and lifted, it's making it easier for us to find each other, and that's what they were trying to prevent for so long. And when we do that, we create babies that are in that energy, and we create projects that are in that energy. Yeah, wow. We're bringing in this new 5D world. We're seeing it manifest. You probably have been seeing in the past few weeks, a lot of things also magically manifest, things that you've always wanted, things that you've been thinking about, things that you forgot about, especially manifest. So there are manifestations. You can see that this energy is good and it's bringing in things, but at the same time you're getting spiritually attacked, and you see like your loved ones who are going to spiritually awaken or have been spiritually awakening alongside you. I'm getting that I'm talking to most people who are, maybe way further along than your family and friends, and people that you connected with are spiritually growing with you and evolving with you. But there are so many people who are going to be going to this 5D world with us, and those are the people being attacked, because that's attacking you. Because that will not only, because it's easier to attack those that are just in the beginning of the journey and don't know too much about the protection and all this kind of stuff, and it's also an attack on you, someone who has to watch their loved ones go through that. So it's that kind of, wow, that's how you know it's dark, right? Attack the family. I'm getting you're alone and not alone right now. What does that mean? There are other Lightworker Starseeds who are going through the same thing. So that's why I'm hearing like you're alone and not alone. Because I feel like for me, for example, I'm getting a lot of reports of this happening. So I know I'm not the only one going through it. I see my spiritual friends, and I see a lot of other highly spiritual leaders going through similar things on different scales. And that's how I know I'm not alone, but it feels like you're still alone. I think like physically you're still separated from other Lightworkers or soul family that are going through this. But you're seeing it happen now. I'm getting like the false reality is crumbling in the world. So like it's easier to see who other Lightworkers and Starseeds and spiritual leaders are and who are not. Like the facade is crumbling, so you know you're not alone anymore, because you're seeing the same thing happen to you that are happening to these probably spiritual leaders in the public or spiritual leaders in the community that more people know. And so you're really like, oh, the same thing is happening to me. You're aware. It's easier to locate and know who the other Starseeds and Lightworkers and spiritual leaders are, people who are in their purpose. It's easier to spot them now. And you can see that you're going through the same thing. Something with work. I feel like any kind of work, projects, charity that you were working on is kind of, I'm getting, come to a halt or has been difficult. There's something about work, like literally what you do for money, that's come to a halt. Something about your living situation and work and money situation, something about that has felt like kind of it's stopping or come to a pause, or completely halted, or completely thrown out of it. Something is whack in regards to your home and work situation, a little bit of, like, money situation. Excuse me. And then we have the World card here again, and it's because you're going through the 4D, or you're transitioning. What? Yeah, 4D. And it's rough, but you have to go through that 4D to go to 5D. Why is it rough? Like, 4D is supposed to be like wherever your mindset is, it manifests. So there's like a higher 4D and a lower 4D, and like if you're kind of thinking negatively, you'll be in like the 4D where you kind of see demons all the time and stuff like that. And if you're in the higher 4D, you're in paradise, and you'll see, like, whatever, laying on the beach or whatever, sunny skies, whatever. So there's something about like 4D being weird. I'm just like the way I'm speaking right now is like really annoying. I'm getting 4D, and I'm getting third eye chakra. I'm getting like a huge bout of annoyance, like really, really frustrated. Why? Because it's so slow. I feel like a lot of things that you've been working on for a long time is like coming to a close. So something around your home, your career, and your money, something that you've been working on for a very long time in one or all of those areas is like slowly coming to a halt. And it's just like, why? Like, what the F? When I put so much energy and effort into it, it's coming to a stop. Yeah, it's coming to a stop. And it's because energetically you're going into the 5D, and you can see you're not doing it alone, but it sucks right now. And it shouldn't be, because I do see you manifesting things, especially things that you haven't thought about. But it's like a slow, like, I feel like you might have felt like things should be slowly improving, and it seems like it at times, and then like it feels like the rug is pulled from under you. But I think you learned to handle that kind of rug pulling from out under you like so much that like it doesn't phase you anymore. So you don't understand how big a rug is being pulled out from under you this time, because you're so used to it. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual folks. Look at that. 2 of Cups twice. Luckily, you are being connected to your divine counterpart if you're not already connected, or to other platonic soulmates, soul family members. But I feel like for most people, it's a divine counterpart, especially if you're not, in soul family. Especially if you're not in a love connection right now. Even if you are, I'm hearing you're going to get connected to your divine counterpart. And I'm getting, for some of you, it's not the same person you think you're with. I do get soul family as well. So, but very few, like 2, 3, 4, 5 at most. Like very few, small group of people. And one of them being like a romantic love. And a few being like soul family. That is a message I've been getting forever, and oh my gosh, like I do see it. It's just, it's crazy. Okay, so one of them, okay, this one. Okay, it's not who you think. I'm getting, it's not who you think. So I'm getting, it's interesting because there are some people who came into your life recently, very recently. It could be people at work, your neighbors, some new friends, someone you just bumped into. And I feel like people have been coming into your life recently that resemble, like they're going to be soul level connections, but they're there temporarily. So like people coming in and out of your life right now. Like if things are happening very quickly, and anything that needs to be wrapped up, anything that needs to like kind of show you a lesson, anything that needs to kind of come through, channel in light for you or channel in lessons for you, is coming in very quickly right now. So you're probably connecting with a lot of people on a deeper level than you, Lightworker, are probably used to. You're probably not used to like connecting with so many people on such a deep level when you've been alone or mostly alone for a long time, and now these people are coming in and they're connecting with you hard, and they're bringing in dark or they're bringing in light energies very strongly, and it's like bang, 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 go, 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 go. Yep, confirmation. And it's because it's getting your creative energy, your divine energy, like, and juices I'm hearing flowing. I'm getting like, let's get to it, let's make babies. So I'm also getting like creativity, and then also creating babies, and I'm getting that over soul mission. So I'm getting like literally it's creativity and babies. There isn't much soul mission or practical projects and career stuff. I'm hearing creativity and babies specifically. So if it involves you, it's either or both, one or the other, or both. Yeah. So there is a whole community coming to you. I think you've known that for a long time. I think you've known that there's going to be like a community that comes to you. I feel like you can be thrown into like a community situation very quickly. Why? How? Porque? Structures. New structures fast. Okay, so with your creativity coming in and your urge to procreate, if it applies to you, I definitely feel, because like I'm getting like there's so many divine energies hitting Lightworkers right now to be more creative and to create babies. It's very sacral energy, sacral chakra energy, which is both like sex and creativity, right? So like there's a lot of that energy coming in as like I'm getting like Age of Aquarius type energy, right? Making music, making love, and I'm not getting very like specifically like and building things and creating like having a structured plan, like that's going to come with this, but I'm getting it's more important for Lightworkers to find each other, and this is how you're going to spot each other, because there's going to be new systems that need to replace the old ones very quickly. People need to know how to like jump into 5D businesses, 5D communities, 5D design of buildings and roads and markets, and you know there needs to be like these things need to be implemented right away. And so it's really, really crucial that Lightworkers find each other to create, because you can create with the divine, but it's like in the physical, even in the 5D physical, it's easier to create with others, and like you both have to be in 5D energies to create new 5D things. And so that's why Lightworkers are finding each other at this time very quickly, and there's gonna be some telltale. There's gonna be some easy ways to tell. Sorry, I'm channeling faster than my mouth can move. I'm trying as fast as I can. I'm trying. There we go, families. But like it's not just like immediate families, it's like community families. Like you're finding your soul family, and I feel like that's important for some reason. Because there's gonna be so much stuff that comes up. What do you mean? There's gonna be so much stuff that is happening. Oh, there's gonna be so much energy coming through you guys. That's gonna like you need like I'm getting that energy of like like in the first Guardian of the Galaxy movie at the end, like the energy is so strong that like not one person couldn't bear it, and like they all kind of held hands at the end to all kind of share the load of the energy of how strong the energy is. And I feel like that's what's happening. Like there's gonna be such strong energies coming onto the planet that like you literally have to hold hands with your soul family to grin and bear it. And even though these energies are really good, I'm getting that do you know that feeling like the 5G what's it called, like G-forces, when you go on that like ride that goes up and down, you're going really fast, or when you're on a jet and like you're going really fast and you get hit with like G-forces. I'm getting it's like that, like it's really intense, and like even though these are really, really good energies that are coming onto the planet and channeled through people and through babies and through creativity at first, right? And when you first go into 5D, it's like more yay, let me play, like you kind of go into like a childlike mode, because that's the last time you kind of were in 5D energies, was kind of in this, that's how you know how to interact with it in a very childlike way, because when I say childlike, I mean it like a more pure way, without any like constrictions put on it. You're not put into a box like that. You have to play by these rules. You have to color inside the lines like that. You don't have to do that. Like you're learning how to like you're rewiring your brain to like look at reality, look at world through 5D lenses, and it takes a second, right? And it's easier with other people who believe that around you. And it's also with the amount of intense energy coming through, the divine energies, and I'm gonna even like it's not even like divine energies. Like why are we sugarcoating this? Like there's actual freaking energies hitting the planet. We all know it. It's like through solar energy, through whatever they're saying is coming through the atmosphere, however they describe it. Like there's actual physical energy hitting the planet. Okay, can we not like joke about that? Can we not like pretend it's not happening? And it's going to be easier to kind of, you have to channel it through people. And that's why it's like, oh, it's good to have like a lot of people, like a huge community. Okay, so that seems like we're only going to be meeting with few right now. Why are they saying all that? Oh, just to say what's going to come up. Okay. King of Cups and the Four of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you're going to need at least like 3, 4, 5 people around you. I'm getting like 4 or 5 is a magic number, like something that can like really, really ground this type of energy. These are gonna be like your true few. Like these are gonna be people like that is your partner, your divine counterpart, like your literal like husband, wife, and the closest soul family members to you, at least like a few. Okay, anything else? The Empress, and there's an Emperor right here. The Empress in reverse. The Three of Cups and the Four. I'm getting this energy of put aside the feminine. Yeah. Bringing stability to the feminine energy. There was a missing part. The missing part was other people. Yeah, because I feel like being on your own, you can't create a family by yourself, right? You can like a crazy person in your mind create people, right? Like, but you're not on a desert island. There's people around you, and I feel like that was a missing link. The missing link was Lightworkers coming together. There's like a magic that happens when we link hands, when we meet face to face, when we're in each other's aura, in each other's energetic field. There's a magic that happens. I'm getting it like it amplifies the portal. It amplifies the connection to the divine. It helps bring in the energy. That's why more people need to come in. Oh, they're answering my question for me. Thank you. It was gonna bother me if I couldn't understand it fully. Okay. It amplifies the amount of energy that you guys can channel, and it's like very, very strong with divine partners, because like the love is like very, very deep, and you connect with each other on a very deep level, and you can't really do that with more than one person. Like to know them on that deeper level is always like two. Like, you know, even if you are like, oh, I'm polyamorous, or I have like it's like us and the kid, or like that's why it's like divine counterpart. That's why it's the divine feminine and divine masculine and twin flames, because even if you had like a couple of partners or a few partners throughout your years or at the same time, like there's still going to be two people who understand each other more deeply than you and any other person. That's why it's always two. And you two are going to be able to create the largest portal, right, between the two of you. But then if you guys come together with soul family, you can also like widen that, the breadth of that vortex, right? But it only adds on to it. But just like the two of you together is creates a pretty big vortex. Other people could just widen it a little bit more, but like it's mostly like lovers, because the depth that you two can go into and understand each other's energies and then open that energy field is like more than like a family member can. Like I'm getting like, what about mother and child, or parents and their children? And I'm like, no, it's not the same. The love connection, love partnerships, divine counterparts are on a different level. Okay. Interesting. Justice. Are we? Yeah, we're in Libra season. Okay, and this is hitting the 10 of Wands, and it, like, I'm getting the 9 of Swords here. There's something happening, like a huge karmic cycle in the physical plane. I've been kind of looking at the pink cards as like what's happening in the physical, and then the purple cards as like what's happening energetically. And there's a huge portal opening. I feel like the amount of people who are ready to go into 5D and like stay there consistently, the numbers I'm getting, the amount of numbers are so great that it's going to create a vortex between that dimension and this dimension. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing the visuals I'm seeing. I wish I can create it. Maybe I can with AI. Yeah, this is the opportunity. You got the call. Most people are going to take the call and stay in 5D. Some people are going to come back and forth. Yeah, but most people, and I'm getting most people who watch this reading, are going to go and stay. Why not? You're going to be with your divine counterpart and your soul family. It's like going to heaven, right? Why would you want to come back? Yeah, so I do feel like a lot of people are getting the opportunity, and it comes through like soulmate energy. I'm getting, yeah, it's Queen of Wands supposed to come out. It's like you have to integrate into that energy. So like you wouldn't want to go back and forth. Like once you integrate up, you're not going to want to integrate back. Okay, so we got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles that came in hand, which is like a private opportunity. So I'm getting it's just gonna be you and your counterpart that have this opportunity to do this. And then the Devil in hand physically. Because, okay, I've been getting this message a lot. You guys are going to go through a physical transformation. Your body's going to change. Once you move into 5D, the way you think and behave and your thoughts manifest reality is also manifest your body. And that's all going to change when you move into the 5D. It's a very hardcore energetic change. So hardcore that your body is actually going to change. The chemistry of your body is going to change. I'm getting the way that you process energy, like food and light, and because you're going to be seeing reality different, and you're going to stay in that mind frame, and so your body's going to match that and change and transform. So that's why it's been encouraged for a lot of divine counterparts to find each other and go through this transformation together, because it's going to be rough on the body, but also it's going to be nice to have someone who understands what you're going through and know what you need. And I'm getting like the other people, other soul family that you connect with, yeah, there's going to be a huge transformation happening on the planet, and some people are not going to be able to handle it. What about these other soul family members? Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are they also there are people who are already integrated with 5D. So these are people who are ahead of you, that have been 5D for a while and then kind of welcome you. And so they're kind of already like set. Some of them have divine counterparts, some of them don't, because they transitioned at a time that it wasn't like necessary to have to come together with another person to move into the 5D. That's the port key I'm hearing. Oh my God. So many things are channeling. Okay, that's your port key. Your divine counterpart is your key to the other side. Wow. And there's people who are already there that have transitions in different ways. There might be just like very, really highly spiritual, or they came together with a divine counterpart, but at a time where it was like more difficult to do that because it was like harder to find it and hard to keep this concept and know what 5D is and like stay there. But at this time, like you can go to the 5D yourself, but it's so much easier with another person, especially someone who, when they pair up with you, like the portal is like so big, the vortex is so big that you can like literally, it's so easy to kind of channel this energy and stay in that energy. Does that make sense? Okay, anything else, Spirit? I'll wrap up this reading because I don't want to make it too long. I'll do the calendar in a separate read. King of Cups, Page of Pentacles. I'm getting private opportunity. They want to emphasize that. I put away the Queen of... So, outwardly though, I feel like you're going to get an opportunity to kind of be in your creative and divine leadership power. It's like you're going to be able to easily... It feels so weird. Like there's no energetic blocks. You're going to be easily go into these roles because you're in the 5D, which was so weird. Wow, Page of Pentacles twice. It's under the Devil and the Death card. It's kind of like there's such a black hole left with the amount of change happening with so many people converting to 5D that there's like a black hole left, and like in order for this dimension to be balanced, there needs to be people like you, beautiful soul, that has to fill these roles, to play out these destinies, play out these roles, play out these energies. Yep, look, I said I put the Queen of Wands back, and now here she is again. Yeah, with your divine counterpart together. And because you two will be together, you're going to be super uber protected because you'll be in 5D energies. And in that mindset, the dark energies can't do anything. But they create such a black hole because so many people are going to be like exiting, or so many people are going to be choosing to move on elsewhere. But there's so many people who are going to want to move into 5D also. And so that's why you're naturally going to be able to go into those roles without any opposition. Or it's like you're going to be naturally just like thrown into a career, into a role, and you're gonna know exactly what to do, because you just have to like share your truth and share what you know, your wisdom and your experience, and you're gonna be helping people, those who want to move into 5D also do it, and it's gonna happen faster and faster as more people move into 5D. Okay, everything makes sense. But the Moon card, something is hidden. What is hidden? Something is not obvious. King of Cups. King of Cups in between, sandwiched in between the Page of Pentacles. Family and friends. Yeah, I was getting family and friends. Something about your soul family. So many pages here. You'll be going on an adventure, a quest, spiritually, with your soul family. But I don't think it's not a... It's not a physical one. It's a spiritual one, an energetic one. In 4D, whoa. Into the dark energies. Oh, some people are going to be working in the 4D realm. It has to be dual. Oh, it's interesting because even though you're in 5D, something about like, while you're in 5D, because that transcends duality, when you are interacting with your 3D self, so this physical world, you're also going to be existing in the 4D. That's just how it works. They're like, if you're in the 5D, you're in the 4 and 3D. So when we're in the 3D, we didn't really see ourselves in 4D because we maybe in the dream state, or when we're in meditation, or once in a while, because 4D is a transitional dimension. But when you're in 5D, you see yourself in the 3D form, but also in the 4D form. You see all of it. You see all those dimensions. So there's something about you're going to be meeting your soul family, not just on the 5D, but on the 4D level too. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Yeah, I feel like, and so you're going to be, oh my, I'm getting chills, and it is so warm. Like, I had to take off my sweatshirt and everything, especially because I had to close the window. Okay, whoa. I knew there was like a strong channeling. I got guided to do this reading today, and I knew, I'm like, there's something very fated about this connection, this reading. Victory on both realms, but it's like you're going to be working in okay, so do you know how like when people say like, oh, they're playing 5D chess, like, you know, because they're looking at different perspectives, and they're making a move that works not just on one level but multiple levels. I'm getting that's what's happening. You're now seeing you're making moves on the 5D, 4D, and 3D level. You can see all those things that are happening at the same time. It's easier for you to see because you're already in the 5D, so you can see it happening and how it applies in multiple ways. Yeah, the 4 of Wands. Oh my goodness. You know what I just got? Like, you know how they say, like, in heaven, like all like the buildings that are in heaven are also on this dimensional plane as well. Like, we just kind of mimic the design, the buildings that we see in heaven, like in the mental realm or whatever realm, the etheric realm, whatever. We just kind of create the same things, but on different dimensions, kind of thing. Like, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see the land, but as it's more pristine and more divine, and we're also gonna be able to see like the shadow realm version, if you so choose. The upside down world, I'm getting like that there's a reason, like things like Stranger Things and all these kinds of things are like popping up, because they want people to stay in that like lower dimensional reality and vision only, and not be able to see the more pristine. That's why they're trying to knock down more of these like Tartarian type buildings, because they want people to forget the more divine designs that still exist here in the 3D. You're gonna be able to see like, whoa, like buildings from different dimensions and how they look differently. I'm getting like, you know how they say like when you trip on acid and stuff like that, like, or like salvia or whatever, like sometimes like people mention like they end up in a realm and people are like looking and be like, oh, you can see me, like they're just on a hill having a picnic or whatever, and they look around like, you can see me, like that's crazy, like that's so crazy that you can see us on this dimension or whatever, because like everything exists right here, right in this time and space. I'm getting that kind of type of energy, like you're gonna be able to see through different dimensions. I'm getting warps. Okay, I want to really finish up this reading because people aren't going to watch it if it's very long, but I don't know if people are going to watch it anyway. Who cares? I was meant to do this. Okay, so like I totally get why too. Okay, 6 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Okay, I'm hearing despair. Oh my gosh. You know what I just got? Like, you know how people are going to be going through really, really difficult trials and tribulations as they go through their awakening or further along their spiritual journey, especially if they just woke up recently or just awakening, where many of us are like, you know, as one person moves up in the world, someone else comes and replace it. Like, there's always people continuously moving up and onward energetically, right? And perfecting our souls. But as we move into 5D, we're going to be able to see people's like 4D, even if they can't always see it themselves. You know how sometimes I've heard spiritual leaders talk about how when they're talking to someone, they're not just talking to their 3D self, but they're talking to their 4D and 5D self. I'm getting light side and light side. You know, if you know Team Light, Rio from Team Light talks about that. But like, you can talk to people's like higher dimensional aspects too. So I'm getting like, and that's, so we're not like, we see 4D sometimes as like this dark side, or night side, but like I know I'm really good with my night side, my night angel, like, you know, my dark angel. Like I'm really, it took me time to kind of like figure that out and how they're protective and stuff like that. And they have their own role to play. So I'm getting that type of energy. Like that's one of the advantages of going to 5D and like being able to help people who want to move into that dimension, is like being able to see their 4D. We're going to be able to help their psychology, help them move through issues and problems easier because we can see their 4D. Does that make sense? And their passions, their purpose. It's like you're going to be able to help people. That's why there's like no barriers in you going into these roles, because you can talk to their higher aspects so easy. And so easy to kind of be like, oh, what do they need and stuff like that. You know how people do like QHHT and BHT and stuff like that? Like, I mean, you're going to be able to do that like so easily because like you're going to see them, hear them, talk to their higher version like so easily. And the Hierophant in hand. Yeah, you're going to be bringing in the lost knowledge, the lost wisdom that we had before as a species, that this world had before. Okay, I want to kind of wrap up this reading, but they have so much good information coming through. I don't want to stop. Okay. Okay, I'm getting this like this door. Something's going to change in terms of having like children. That's why a lot of light workers I'm getting are like, if you're of that age, I'm getting like, even if you're older, you can still have like light workers and starseeds are going to be able to have children even older. I'm getting like 60s and 70s too. Like you can still choose to have children or even adopt or take care of other people's children. But I'm getting like, no, physically, biologically, you're going to be able to have children even later than regular human ages say that we can. I feel like our body's going to be so healed and so divine that you're going to be able to have children even later, and our youth is going to come back because like dying cells isn't going to be much of a thing. And so people are going to stop having children, and that's why a lot of people are being asked, a lot of light workers are being asked to have children now, because once you move into the 5D, like you're not going to need or have or want to have children. Like it's not going to be a thing. Something about that. But the work that needs to be done here, like the family needs to be an example. This is insane amount of information. Wow. Sorry, I'm commenting on my own channeling. Yeah. Have as many as you can, as quickly as you can, I'm hearing. You're going to get pregnant very soon, or you're going to get other people pregnant very soon. Like, a lot. We got 2 baby cards here. A lot of you have, like, energy of children around you ready to come through. There's so many people wanting to come, so many souls that are wanting to come right through right now. A lot of them have really, really big destinies, purposes, and so that's why also that you're bringing through children. I think that's like a scare tactic. You know how there's so many people being like, I don't want to bring children into this horrible world or something like that. It's like, well, if you see it that way, then that's what it's going to be like. Like, you can see it as bringing children into a wonderful world. What's this 9 of Swords? Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, I'm hearing. So there's like, I'm getting like bring in as much light workers and starseed children as possible, and like, because we're going to be doing a lot of work alongside them. I'm getting a lot of us are going to be like living alongside our children for a very long time, creating legacies, creating compounds. But like more than that, it's like there's a lot of work that needs to be done to kind of clean out the residual energies of everything. I'm getting like, it's like review work. Like, there's going to be so much that's going to be reviewed. Like, I'm getting true history of the earth and like what happened. and kind of healing that, and we have to heal it as a collective. So if there's more light workers and starseeds, that's the better. There's a lot of I'm hearing like mothers will be very charged. There's going to be funding for mothers who choose to do this. A sisterhood, I'm hearing. What? Yeah, look at all these females. Females. A group of females. You know, I would say I'm an old school feminist, if anything, but this new school thing, like, I don't know what they're talking about. But there is something about, like, a sisterhood. Bringing back the knowledge. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups again. And then we have the Queen of Wands. And okay, so there's something about, like, bringing back, like, the feminine energy knowledge. Okay, they're like, we're trying so hard to get you to figure out what this is. Okay. In channeling. Oh, I'm getting there's like an art to motherhood or like giving birth. And there's an art into like instilling good energy into that baby. That's like been forgotten. Okay. Yeah, there's something about like there's a way to kind of channel energy through children, like before you're like before they come into the world, like when they're still in your belly. Yeah. Okay, they're going on I don't know, I think they're like, I don't know if I'm going to channel again soon, so they're trying to get out as much information as possible. Yeah, but there's something about there's gonna be new information that comes to light about how to like instill a lot of divine energy into your baby before it's born. I know there's like people like, yeah, of course there's probably a lot of different ways from a lot of different cultures and backgrounds and stuff like that, but like they're hinting on something specifically. Something about their path. It's an action, not something you say. And home. Yeah, home came up twice. Home, like home. Their path from home. Okay, I don't know. What do you want me to do with this? Information. Have as many kids as possible. Don't wait, but take your time. Okay, 2 7s here. And yeah, you're also going to be given a lot of abundance, physical, monetary, material. I'm getting specifically like physical, material, monetary, rather than like an abundance of like family and something like that, because they want it to be mostly like you and a few others. So because I feel like once the community comes in, you're not going to want to have too many children then either. So this is all about, I'm hearing like having more children and then getting your ideas out and channeling new like hobbies, new creative paths and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. Death of career, yeah. And something about like there's a lot of abundance coming in, so you don't have to work. Yeah, because they want you to focus on like this energy that's going to be coming in. And they don't want you to focus on whatever's happening out there. I feel like I feel like if this is like strategic, like if there's like a divine task force on the other side that was like, Lightworkers, Starseeds, like we need to do this, I believe it would be like have as many children as possible and go somewhere where it's just like you and you have some support system, but like forget about having everything all at once. Like forget about having the whole community and your whole soul mission and your whole like career and your whole like everything figured out. Like just take you and yours and like move out somewhere where there's a little bit of support, but then just focus on having as many children as possible. So young light workers, and even those who might be older, you might think this has been like kind of done, like are going to be getting some children, grandchildren, some children to teach or raise. Yeah, but there's an energy of like it's of utmost importance to have as much children as possible. And there's like enough to have like I'm getting like a sisterhood. So I think there's something about like there's a group of women who are going to come out with like really, really good information about the whole having children. It's gonna change people's minds and perspectives completely. It's a 5D way of having children. It's a 5D way of 5D methods, 5D ways. And I'm getting like this only forms at this point in our cycle. You know how these kind of experiences cycle. Like around this time, there's like women who come through. Like I'm hearing wise women who channel things about pregnancy and have childbirth and all these things that like is seen in a brand new way that people haven't thought about or done in that way for a very long time, or it's very obscure or hidden, or people think it's weird, and they're going to put it together so well, and it's going to make sense. I'm getting like books and talk. Like, you're going to see when this comes out, like people are going to be like talking about like, oh yeah, have you heard about this way of having pregnancy, or like this way to instill energy in your children, or like there's going to be some mind and energy changing ways that these group of women come through and talk about having children. And then a lot of people are going to go out and have a lot of children, and like you'll have support system, but I feel like you're going to get the community afterwards, and there'll be a lot of people with a lot of children who are all going to like be raised together kind of thing. But like I feel like for most people right now, it's like don't think about like too far into the future, just think about now. And I'm getting I don't know why, like just have as many children as possible. And then like also it's this like creative thing, and then also that you're probably gonna leave work. You and your person are probably gonna have to leave work and can't work because of like all the things that are happening in the environment. But then I'm hearing benefits. Like if I feel like for those who are having children, there's going to be like financial benefits, and something coming in, something manifesting. I'm running out of cards. That's why it's like hard to read now. I just ran out of all the cards. Material things, yeah. I'm getting material, physical, monetary things. Yeah, with your divine counterpart. And you're going to be both kind of doing a lot of talking, therapy, consultant, you know, helping people. Okay. And exercise. Oh yeah, your body's gonna go through major. This is they're doing a recap, so this reading is ending. your body's gonna go through major intense changes, and so it's kind of like that's another reason they're kind of being like, the two of you need to kind of just focus on yourself and the changes are happening and the role that you're going into, but also, you know, making babies and making creativity, because it also plays with, like, if you're not going to be someone who's like making babies all the time, you're going to be also putting out a lot of like creative things in your role, in your soul mission, showing people how to step into their creativity and stuff like that. Investments in what? Soulmate. Okay. Oh, they're talking about money. They're gonna set you guys up with ways to have money without having to work. Yeah. You might have to show up here and there, but like, yeah, I'm getting like you might have to show up here and there for your role, but like honestly, you don't need to work for money. You're working for your soul purpose. The way that you make money is going to be some like private way where you invest in things and you're just going to be, yeah, good to go. I feel like a lot of the people are in this group. You're going to be, the reason it's like so private is because some of the things that you're going to be working in is like kind of hush hush, like for now. It's going to be something that like, you know, that uses your skills, knowledge, wisdom, and training in some of like the darkest and most evil and like places and people and situations that might be like, I'm hearing contract work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, which is why it's important to be able to see people's 3D, 4D, and 5D aspects if you're working with like some of the worst situations or just very difficult situations. It depends. Like I'm hearing like there's people on different levels. Someone coming back. Came out in reverse. What does that signify? Someone you talk to. What? Death and let it go. Who? Public. What? Writing, reading, researching. There's someone. I'm hearing public recruiter. There's someone that you've come across that does a lot of researching. Maybe they're a writer, reader, speaker. They're like kind of popular. Maybe for some of you, they're like they're like more popular. And there's some people who are like, you know, they're popular to you and like your community and people like that you know, but like they're not really popular to every group. Some sort of like mentor type energy. Yeah. Coworkers. Or just someone you respect, someone you work with or have worked with. Soul family friend. Yeah, some folks who have been soul family friend. I'm getting like there's an energy of like you're gonna have to let go of some people that like, because a lot of light workers, we made a lot of friends on the internet with people who are like at a distance from us, like on the other side of the country, on the other side of the world. I'm getting like you're gonna have to like, you might come together just to say goodbyes, because I feel like there's an energy of like having to go not undercover, but like having to go like away for a little bit, you know, to just kind of focus on the things that you need to focus on. There's something about that. Technology, innovation, yeah. I'm getting, yeah, a lot of folks are gonna past love, interest, past someone that is around your life. Yeah, I'm getting like there's like past soul family and friends, because like as you step into this new 5D energies, there's gonna be new people who are gonna come into your life, and they're gonna take up a lot of your time, energy, and space, especially the divine counterpart, but especially those true those those few soul family members are going to be physically around you. They're going to be, that's going to take most of your energy and focus. So I feel like everyone around you, even like your bloodline family, your immediate family, your immediate friends and social circle right now might, you might kind of separate with for a little while as you kind of step into this energy. Yeah, so when you see, it's not like completely done, but it's like, yeah, once in a while now. Yeah, it's going to turn more casual. Okay. Like love energy. So like these are your soul family and friends, but like because they're at distance or because you're stepping into this other role or new chapter, it's gonna break off for a little while to make children. Like seriously, that's what it is. Yeah, parental figures and career. I do feel like in terms of career, you guys are gonna be kind of stepping into that role where you're being an example and you're kind of showing others how to kind of traverse these lands, these spiritual energies, and so it's like kind of like you just kind of step into it naturally, and it's going to become very obvious. I use the example of being able to look into people's like 4D and 5D versions too, but like I feel like that incorporates a lot of other things too. Again, you're going to be receiving an offer, an opportunity. It's just going to come to you. You don't have to do anything. And I know that sounds like kind of ridiculous, like, oh, this person's telling me to do nothing. And, you know, like, listen to your own intuition. Like, obviously, until you're in this energy, you have to do things, right? But once you come into this energy, like, you're going to know, like, this is just going to, like, flow, you know? You're going to, when you know and these things happen, then that's when you let go and release, right? Like, you kind of, until then, you have to kind of keep moving forward, right? Okay. Adventure. Family friend event. Okay. Explore. I do feel like there's a way that you will connect back to. When you go, we got this energy of exploring something with your new soul fam or new soul family members, because I feel like whoever you're connecting with now is like the energy with you guys is so strong that you're gonna be able to create like bigger vortexes and stuff like that. That's the reason that you're matching up with these people now, or they're just like the people around you, because your divine counterpart is the person you can create that biggest vortex with. But I feel like the few other people around you, they don't have to be your highest soul family member. Like they don't have to be like the highest energetic connection, highest soul level family friends, but they will help, you know, you'll all help each other expand your vortexes and be able to do work with each other, inner work, spiritual work together, energetic work. But there is something about like you guys exploring something together, right? And we're talking about that. There's something about working with like the darker energies in 4D. Does that make sense? I kept seeing that. I'm like, there's something about working with the darker energies in 4D. To make the passage between 5D and 3D easier. Temporary alliance. I don't understand celebration. I don't know. Okay. We're going into a different. It's private, but it's something we saw the 2 6 of Wands. Like whatever is happening, whatever this is, going into this side adventure with your soul family member, like it's private, but it's something that's like so like I feel like you're celebrating for humanity, like the fact that you guys are doing this or this is happening, or maybe it's not you guys actually doing it, but like you hear about it happening, and so you know what that means, but not everyone in the world is going to know what that means, because not everyone's at that level yet where they can understand that kind of information or are ready for that information. But there's something about, oh, you know what I'm getting? Yeah, for the souls to be able to go, to the other side without getting stuck. without having to come back, without having to reincarnate and recycle. Like I'm getting like there used to be a choice where you can like go to the other side and come back. I'm getting the veil is turning thin. There's something about like the information about that coming out. This is all October I'm hearing. So like divine love, connection. Yeah. There's something about like being able to connect. What's happening is that like we're connecting to our higher self and integrating with our higher self, and so strongly that we can actually like literally go into that dimension, but it's very close and similar to this dimension that like, you know, it's not gonna look it's not gonna look too different, but it's like so hard to stay in that energy because it's like all these things that we talked about. But I'm getting that like we're going to be able to interact on like the 3D, 4D, and 5D level, right? At least for a while. But there's something about like the block that was put on people, souls crossing over or like being able to go back and forth is going to be like starting to be removed. And that's why we're able to see people's 3D, 4D, and 5D aspect. Whereas like a lot of people in the 3D can't see their higher aspect all the time or connect with them so easily. Since we're coming from 5D now, like it's so easy for us to see. So it's like we can like see that kind of block being kind of released, and like we're helping people connect to their higher selves more now. But like eventually people are going to be able to do that for themselves, right? So there is no like block of being able to kind of transcend this dimension and, you know, something about that. Money. Okay, I really want to see. Anytime I do a reading, if it's a good one, it will always be like an hour and a half. I can't do it any other way. It's just the magical number. It's just how I channel, and it's all the best information. So I have to do it. I have to do the full channeling. A fling. So you're gonna have temporary money. Because once you get into the 5D energies, you're going to be able to manifest very quickly. So that's why I kept getting like, when you hook up with your divine counterpart, you're going to have that immense amount of energy come in, and you're going to get a lot of like money easily through investments and stuff like that. That's more of like a immediate future kind of thing, the immediate near future. But like, you know, that's only temporary, because like once you kind of start moving into the 5D, like you're just going to be able to manifest, right? You don't need money. And that's where the group comes in. So I feel like you're going to be able to practice with like the few soul family that are physically around you, because you need to be, I'm getting like you need to, at first at least, you need to be physically around people in the same energy as you. And that's where it comes in handy, because that's what the group is, the purpose of having a group, because your divine counterpart, the two of you can manifest anything you need for your own like home and family. But for the group, it's kind of manifesting like bigger things. And if I'm hearing at first, like, it's like you guys are you're getting a leg up. Like you're figuring out how to do group manifestations with each other. So when you come into that community, it's like you can start doing your soul mission much faster, right? People you are responsible for, yeah. And you guys are gonna be like taking care of each other. We saw this like a lot, like soul families are gonna be living next to each other, so they can look out for each other, especially because everyone's gonna start going through this like intense like body change and shift in reality, which is like a shift in your like mind. Like you have a whole full body reset. Like, you know, like we know of like 7 systems in the body, right? Like the respiratory and the, you know, the muscular and like even like the skeletal, and like, you know, we don't even talk about the energetic system, like the electromagnetic system. Like there's so many systems, right, within our different bodies. They're all going through this upgrade, and so it's very intense. It's like we need to go back into school. We need to study this stuff more, so we know the changes that are happening, and that happens on both ends. I'm getting like with books and research, but also with meditation and insight, like intuitive insight, right? Side project, yeah. And so the group of people, they're saying they're around you, because like right now the focus needs to be you and your divine counterpart, the body changes you're going through, and having children, right? If applicable. If not, it's like creativity, like channeling that creativity like crazy. Like you and your partner have to be painting and music and all this stuff. And for some of you, it's just like one or both, you know, kind of thing. It's kind of one or the other. It could be one or the other or both, whatever. But I'm getting that the group of people is just kind of getting you guys starting to do group manifestations and bigger manifestations. And that's where money comes in, because like I feel like is money with just you or them? Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a way to manifest outside of the family. Yeah, I'm getting like if you need some time away, like this is like a good side project that you two that everyone's gonna be working on. Come like without the children, without the kids there, because I'm getting like, yeah, having children, like you have to be the adult parent, right? Like, but like there's, and you get into like a childlike mode also, like it helps to bring out your creativity being around children, right? But like also it's nice to be childlike with other adults in an imaginative and problem solving capacity, but also in a manifestation capacity where you guys are going to be figuring out this technique with other people who are figuring it out too. It's like you're figuring it out together kind of thing. Location, area, yeah, and which is why it's important that you guys are in the same area and in the same energy to figure out these manifestation techniques. It's going to be a kind of a fun thing to manifest different things and how you manifest and what it's good to manifest and things like that. It's a learning experience, but it's like a good learning experience. And I think there's an energy of like coming together with this community to kind of learn from each other, right? Like I'm hearing like there are people who do this. Like, there's like Lightworkers, Starseeds who come together and they share whatever like cool new information that they learned that week or that month or something like that. There's like things like that are going to be happening more. Like we're teaching each other and stuff like that. It's going to be like a social, but also entertainment, group social gatherings. I'm getting away from the children, where you guys can be creative and chill. Staying away from social media, I'm hearing, and staying away from being too obvious, because I do feel like there's something about not jumping into the expensive mansion right away. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be so easy to pick out and like know that something is happening there, or yeah, I feel like that's why you have to step away from people, you know, even if they have the best intention, because you have to focus on your own projects and community. Yeah, find your own community that's going to come together in the physical. And then lastly, health and wealth. Okay, just focusing on the upgrades that are happening in your body. There is money coming in, but I feel like you and your partner know, you and your soul family know, like not to like go crazy with it right away. I'm hearing like, wait 6 months, wait a year and a half to get that home, whatever like that. Be sure and not wait. Teaching, coaching, mentoring, role model. Yeah, there's something about like waiting before you kind of get that dream home or something like that with your partner. Yeah, first comes like upgrading your body, and like there's something about like upgrading your home after you upgrade your spirit, your home, your soul's home, which is your body, right? So there's something about letting that come through. Incoming new love for some of you. So you're gonna be there's gonna be so many things happening and so many focuses. Like you're not gonna want to have to do all these things at once. Yeah, there's a lot of people coming through, a lot of new people, and you probably will be moving to a new environment. But I feel like and moving away from some people, and then some, like, you know, like your family getting bigger some way. Okay, grandparents, ancestors, yeah. Okay, what I want to know is the whole money thing. No, creative arts, yeah, just focus on your creativity. Yeah, but like, don't focus on that. Yeah, don't focus on your, yeah, I feel like what you want for your future home might shift or change. So just focus on your sacral chakra. There's someone who's saying this, like, yeah, they work in twos. Energies work in twos. So your sacral works with your third eye chakra, which makes sense because I've been relating the third eye to the 4D, right? Because that is the 4D. Like, you open your third eye, you can see 4D things. You can see interdimensional things. You can see them through the other side. That's why they wanted you work on the sacral, so you can channel your creativity. And channel there's something about, like, when you create with your partner, when you create anything divine, like, when you create music together, when you create love together, when you create art together, when you create food together, when you create a home together, whatever it is, when you create with your partner, you open up that connection to the other side, and you're doing it together. So I, like, create a home, build a home together, redecorate a room together, create music together, create a picnic together, like, whatever, just do things together and create together. And that's going to open up that vortex. And you're going to bring through some, like, crazy strong babies. Divinely connected babies. But also everything you need. Like, your passion projects, how you, what to invest in. Like, that vortex is opening up. And it's going to start changing your body. It's going to start changing your body and your partner's body. And so that energy is going to start coming through. But you have to create together, create as much as you can. And so that's why Spirit's like, don't worry about, like, your home and stuff like that. Just, like, focus on, like, what is right next to you. If you need to go somewhere, if you need to go away somewhere to get a little bit more peace, so you and your partner can create for a little bit together, more peacefully without too many distractions, like, that's what's going to happen. But, like, the point isn't to, like, jump to the end game. The point is to create that vortex, to bring in the energy that will create change. Does that make sense? Okay, I think that's where we end this reading. Okay, let me know if it resonates. Really appreciate it. Much love and light.